Friday there, Drywall Magazine. How are we doing today? It's Friday the 13th and it's 2020, so who knows how this day is going to end. But today I decided to make a video because I haven't made a video for this channel in a long time. And most of my videos are based off of what I see off of the Facebook group. So today we're going to discuss something called texture. Now, if you don't do texture, you're probably scoffing at me right now. But if you don't do texture, you're going to go hungry in my area. That's a true fact. Right there. It's texture. Now all this is off my opinion. I mean, everybody has their own thing. Everybody has their own way. You got commercial people, residential people, all that. And everybody does something a little different. But this is my opinion. And I'm going to show you guys some stuff about texture. And hopefully you guys learn. And hopefully we quit getting these damn comments on the Facebook group where people say use a crumpled up trash bag, a crumpled up paper, or a loofah, or the dumb shit because people don't know what you're talking about. Because if you do that, then you ain't professional. That's not an opinion, that's fact. Now, I know a lot of my friends on the East Coast and the West Coast, and a lot of you Canadians up there, you don't really do texture, but here in the Midwest, texture is king. Not only doing texture, but matching texture. We'll get into matching texture on another video if this one gets popular enough to make me want to do it. Because, well, my Curiosity Zoo videos, they're popular enough that I still want to do those. So I need some help on this one. Give me some likes, give me some subscribes, share it with your friends, share it on social media, share it on all the construction groups, and let's try to get our name out there just a little bit more. Please. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to get into texture. Specifically, ceiling texture. Specifically, ceiling texture. That's what it is. And for the people who really know me, through the construction groups, Dave's like 2 weeks sober. So, got a million bolts of energy right now. Not completely sober, but I wasn't drinking no 50 beers. Having a couple beers here and there, but I got so much energy and I just have to let it out. I'm going to let it out through a video. Man, I'm dumb. I am stupid. Remind yourself of that whenever you watch me. I'm dumb and I'm stupid. Even though I'm working on a degree for becoming a veterinarian and animal biology, I'm pretty dumb. I just do some dumb shit sometimes. So keep that in mind whenever you read my posts or you watch my videos. Fair warning. So now, let's get the texture. I had to write stuff down. I had to make notes. Make sure I didn't forget anything. First and foremost, when you do texture on ceilings, you use all-purpose mud. You do not use anything else. You just don't. All-purpose mud holds its form better, and it adheres to the drywall better because it's got the more glue-like properties in it, and it shrinks a little bit. So, with it shrinking a little bit, you should always realize whatever texture you do is going to be a little bit smaller. So do it a little bit bigger than what you expect it to be. You can turn out perfect every single time. And if homeowners are watching this, don't try to do this by yourself. You're going to mess it up and it's going to cost you a lot more money. Because someone like me is going to come along there and realize a homeowner did this and yeah, it's going to cost you a lot more money. Just keep that in mind. Now, when you do your mixing, it's about a gallon of water per box or bucket of mud. You want your consistency when you're mixing your paddle down in there, because I mix mine for about 20 minutes to make sure it's good and consistent. You want that void around your paddle to go down about like 2/3 or 3/4 of the way down whatever you're mixing in. I use this big old huge 3-foot wide barrel or a trash can. So that void lets you know that it's getting thin because the paddle's pushing the mud up. And you do that, I do it for about 20 minutes. I do it 10 minutes, go smoke a cigarette, come back, do it for 10 minutes more. That's how I mix my mud. Makes it pretty dang perfect every single time. If you get too thin, it won't hold its form. If it goes too thick, you go to stomp or do whatever texture you have, turns out like crap. And nobody wants their texture to turn out like crap. So you want to have the proper amount of water per mud. Ta-ta. Alright, so my process that I do when I do drywall, I hang my own drywall. Now if I don't hang my own drywall, I usually have to pre-fill gaps. And I pre-fill gaps with 45-minute mud And I also pre-fill my tub because we don't hang over the flange on the tubs in the showers. We hang to them, and then we fill it full of 45 or 90, mix that kind of thick, and then you tape over it, and then you just build it out, and it looks much nicer in my opinion. And that's just the process from around here. This is how I was taught. Tape my butts, tape my flats, angles, corner bead, fill it, skim it. That's our words, fill and skim. And then we do whatever textures, or we keep it smooth, whatever the customer wants. It's not my personal feelings about how a job goes. It's about what the customer wants, and you guys have to remember that. So there's that. Now, when you're going through and doing your skim coat, I don't touch my top angle except for the tape that's on the ceiling, and I'll just call what we call killing the edge. I know there's a lot of different terms for this. Gotta make sure no one throws a damn hissy fit while watching my video, but just make sure that line of the tape isn't there anymore, because it will show through texture. Alright, so we roll it on with a 3/4 inch painting nap. 3/4 inch, puts plenty of mud on there. You do about a 4 foot by 4 foot section at a time. Have your stomp guy behind you, or if you're stomping by yourself, 4 foot by 4 foot is very easily handleable by a single person doing a house whenever you're doing your textures. So you roll it, and then you stomp it in. So then you take, I prefer to use a 5-inch hide to do my cut in to make a real nice paint line and cover up the tape on the top angle that's on the wall. Go through there, cut it in, make sure, like I said, nice, very nice paint line. Make sure your 3-ways look really nice. And then you knock it down if they want to knock down. It's like a 2-foot squeegee. It's called like a magic squeegee or something like that. And then you just knock it down lightly after about, like, I don't know, 7 minutes is a good average on new drywall. And if it's painted that you're doing it on, you have to wait much longer, but that's a whole different story. Alright, so now, like I said earlier, if you use trash bags, plastic bags, paper, your wife's loofah, whatever it is that you're trying to use that is not a drywall brush, just stop and hire someone like me that actually knows what they're doing, because a trash bag is not going to do the proper textures. So I'm going to give you guys some examples here of some textures, and the brushes or the rollers or whatever it is. That way everybody has a go-to place for texture. And nobody's like, well, how do you do this texture? Well, how do you do that texture? Well, watch the damn video and you're going to learn here pretty quick. Alright, so here's a few examples right here. Your flat round brush. This is your flat round brush right here. And it gives you this texture right here. That is pretty normal for a lot of the houses around here. You can either just stomp it, or you can stomp it and knock it down. It doesn't matter. It's all about personal preference or customer preference or whatever. I'm actually going to make another video, and I'm going to show this process probably tomorrow. If you guys like this video, I would like 10,000 likes and maybe some more subscribers. Let's see how this goes. You got tree bark. Right here. Tree bark. And you use this roller right here. You roll down with your 3/4 inch. It's the same process. On all ceiling textures, I apply all my mud with a 3/4 inch painter's neck. But some of you guys have sprayers that you can spray it on thick enough. The reason I don't like to spray it on like that, because it gets all over the walls, makes it a big old mess, and it causes more sanding later on. Especially like the house that I'm in right now is getting textured ceiling and flat walls. So you don't want to get that crap everywhere, because that's more work on you. Unless you want to wipe it down as you go, which takes more time, and it's unnecessary to me. Alright, so we got the swirl brush. The swirl, you can do the swirl or you can do the rosebud. This and this with this brush. This is what makes this texture right here. Okay? You got crow's foot. This is a crow's foot brush. This is what a crow's foot stomp looks like. That's the basics. That's not all of them. I have the tools to do 38 different textures. I enjoy doing textures because it is lets me use my imagination and a little bit of my artistic creativity to create something more than a flat wall, because personally to me a flat ceiling and wall is very boring. And you see what happens when I get boring. Watch my other videos. I destroyed a bazooka with mortar shells. So yeah. Alright, so then got this one called popcorn. And if you're still applying popcorn, this is what your work looks like right here. Yeah, I said that. So just scrape it off, or if it's painted, you just might as well just coat over it. Don't hang over it. It costs more money to do that. Just coat over it and start over. So that's it. That's Textures 101. I try to keep my videos a little short because I want to gain people watching me. And I know long videos just don't get the views that, you know, I might want to get. So here we go. Alright, so that's Textures. Texture 101. Drywall School. Tomorrow, I'll make a video and I'll show you how to do it. Because today the mud was wet and I could not sand the ceiling. Yes, we still sand the ceiling. We still do level 4 finish, even though we're putting texture on. Because that's the right way to do it. And it's the only way to do it. Because like my grandpa used to say, there's no reason to do anything unless you're going to do it correct. So, thank you Drywall Magazine for watching. Thank everybody for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's keep this energy going. I can try to put more videos on here. I'll try to get the moderators and the other admin to put videos on here too. I'm going to start talking to them about it. We'll see how this goes. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, a great Friday. If you work all weekend, sorry you can't pay your bills in 5 days a week. Yep, I am just full of it tonight. This is what happens when you get me to quit drinking. I just am a freaking fireball. So, there you are. Got shirts coming very soon. Very, very soon. So you guys, like I said, enjoy your weekend. And tomorrow, I'm going to go do texture because, well, I do need the money. Yeah. Alright. Be good, or be good at it.